Why did they do it? Why did they do it? Why? 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 Now, for you it's early. For me, it's just another day. I'm not high at all. This is how the moaning kicks off. I'm up with these people getting up for work. But I've been up earlier than them, working. Now I'm going out here to start washing my comforters. You know, I got a lot of comforters. So I want to make sure they're nice, washed, and clean. Sometimes you got to do things yourself. But why did you do it? Is a phrase that goes for everybody in the world, no matter what profession, no matter what line of business. Why did you do it? Why did you do it? That's the known scenario in this problem, the common denominator. We always want to know why something is done so that we can process it rather than why it's done. Somebody could go off on a spree and hit 40 people. Pow, 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 pow. And 40 people gone. We care about the why. The why. We got to find out the why. Why did he decide to do it? It doesn't make sense. We got to find out the why in everything. So when hip-hop artists get a lot of money and then they all go broke, like you got hip-hop artists, some of them are working regular jobs. I can see that. I would own a laundry shop. Not so I can wash illegal money. That wouldn't be the case. I would have the shop because it's a lucrative business. Meaning that you're constantly going to have cash and revenue. Most of them don't even deal in cash anymore. These wash and fold places are now mostly digital. You buy a card, you put money on the card, and then you just go from there. Oh, shouts out to you too. No, I never saw that as a problem. Yeah, I gotta get my Uber on. No, times change. And when times change, people change. Sometimes they change with it, other times they go in the opposite direction. But like you look at the hip hop artists, right? The hip hop artists, the majority of them sign bad contracts. And the reason they sign bad contracts is because they got bad advice. And most of them get bad advice because they don't assume them to have any knowledge of the business that they're getting into. And the people that you're signing your life over to and giving them basically power of attorney is you're giving them access to your banking accounts. You're giving them access to a large part of your life. And your managers end up making out with all this money, and you end up dodging bullets in the streets. They don't care what your music details. It keeps, a lot of them are not even going to travel with you. You have different type of managers for different things that you have, depending on your success. One manager doesn't usually control everything. What's up, new subscriber? My thing is, micromanaged is good when you have someone that needs to be micromanaged. I do not need to be micromanaged. But sometimes people just don't understand that because they don't know that. So if you don't know that, then of course you'll be making mistakes because you didn't take time to get to know your personnel. Unfortunately, this is not a place in which they take the card and it's all digital. Nah, they old school here. They take coins. So now I gotta take comforters and everything else out of the car. Oh, I got a piggy bank full of quarters. So I ain't worried about quarters. I got quarters for days. And now the piggy bank done bust in the back seat. How did that happen? How did that happen? What are they doing? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm just me. Well, sometimes artists don't realize they could have got more money finishing their albums on their own. What Kanye did is when he made the College Dropout, album, he was basically doing it on his own. If you watch the Jesus thing, it backs up everybody's claim. They try to say, oh, well, Rockefeller gave him the chance. They gave up on him. Like, Dame signed him with hopes of, we gonna lock him in so he could do beats just for us and all our artists. And he gonna be, build up the Dipset. That's how Dame looked at it. You got a producer that's gonna build up the Dipset, and we gonna roll with the Dipset. We can put Cam and Jimmy on the album, and we gonna sell it. They thinking a gold album maybe 300, 400,000. They were thinking small time. Kanye wasn't thinking that at all. He was thinking about his album. But since they weren't releasing his album budget after the accident, because back then, instead of using that for publicity, that would have been ghetto gold. But they were sitting back and using it as a detraction. Oh, we can't sell an artist who's been in a car accident and broke his jaw. Now he's ruined. Oh, well, we at least gave him a break. Hopefully he can still make beats. Just keep him making beats. So Kanye, to pay for the music and studio time, he was just making beats for people. And if some of them artists that he had, if they had finished with their songs and time, sometimes you got extra hours or extra time on your studio, you could loan it out to another artist. So Kanye West is like, man, he got this much time on the studio, let me get that studio time. That's like free studio time. So if somebody was to do that for you, they were considered to be a friend. So Ludacris, no ID, not really no ID. I'm sorry, I'm just take that back. I would say Luda, Mos Def, some other people out there. They were more essential in helping out with the actual project more than anybody, with the whole college dropout. That's why you hear so much Chicago on it. There's so much Chicago on it because they didn't release the budget. So they had no control over how the album was going to be produced because they wasn't putting up the money to do it. Kanye put his own money up. And he was like, well, I'll get it back when they release the budget for my album. I've already got my money back. So I'm really just investing in my own self. This is why he made more money on the first album than he did the second album. Some of you might be scratching your head trying to figure out what in the world I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. When the first two albums came out, there were massive differences. Kanye made a lot more money on College Dropout than he did on Late Registration. And it wasn't because of record sales. It had everything to do with how much money went into actually making the record. Kanye always thought bigger and better. I need a bigger and better situation. It's like bigger and better. Bigger doesn't necessarily mean better. And that's what you got to recognize. That don't necessarily mean better because something is bigger. You know what I'm saying? So he spent big money on that album. Yeah, so when they went in that route, and oh yeah, hit the like button. So when they went in that route, it was cray cray. I know, tell me about it. I never saw it like that. I appreciate what y'all saying. Well, look at the the washed king. I know, washed like Braun. Hey. Let me see. No, not really. Because if you look at it, you got what, one person that's involved. So it's like, okay, you got one person that's involved in a scenario. So what is that going to do for you? Nothing. I didn't see it like that. I saw things a little differently. I saw a lot of artists being exploited early because some of the deals weren't on the table for artists. Because I told you, being a John Doe business, this was how society viewed hip-hop artists in general. We were basically the scum of the earth. A John Doe business that no one took seriously because they looked at hip-hop as, oh, hip-hop is just this, some fad. And they don't want to invest millions of dollars into a fad. Now that hip hop turned into billions of dollars and that it had infested their household and there was nothing they could do about it, the kids wanted to get into it because it was what was going on at the schools. And it wasn't just the ghettos, it was all the popular schools in the suburbs. They had to change dress codes. They had to do everything they can to make high school the school. Well, it's all about the state of cool. You know, everybody got their own state of mind of how they're going to deal with something. So, what is the state of cool? What is cool? What is it? Who dictates that? Hip hop did. Hip hop dictated what was cool, what wasn't cool, what should be cool, what ain't cool today. So, it is what it is. They knew the majority of these people didn't come up from like business class. A lot of them didn't understand what was going on as it referred to them, their business, yada, yada, yada. He's like, I'm here to get some baby mamas. I'm in the Latino zone. Get some bad chicas. Yeah, husband's at work. I can help lift some bags. No, I'm just kidding. Now, one of the key things you always want to do is have the proper foundation. And a lot of them didn't have the proper foundation. A lot of them, their minds is all messed up. They come in from the streets. And now, the way the contracts are is a lot worse than back in the day. Back in the day, they were signing people to 10 album contracts. But you made more money. Like, you got to keep the majority of your money. The contracts wasn't meant to rip you off completely your whole life. But they were bad, but not as bad as some of the contracts are today. But the way there's more avenues for you to make money now, because now sponsorships. Yeah, I'm gonna get some. I was just waiting on you. It's okay.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, no problem.
You made the food.
Yeah. What's good? Yeah, we were talking some proprietary things. So only I and one other person was privy to know. Okay. Hold on. Well, when you look at it, you got to ask yourself, as an artist, what am I signing? And people got to stop giving power of attorney over to just anybody. You don't even know you're giving a POA over of your account. Someone has power of attorney over your accounts, that means they can go in your money. They basically almost don't have to tell you anything about it. Okay, there you go.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't have chase though.
That's okay.
50 cents.
Now, what many people cease to not understand is a very common fact. Hip hop was a staying factor. So, in order to change things, you had to change hip hop in general because it was never going to go anywhere. Now, if I turn hip hop into some alternative punk rock stuff, then what have I actually done? Hmm? If I turn it into some punk rock, if I turn it into some punk rock stuff, that's what it's gonna be. Punk rock. No, that's why I say these quarters, man. You ain't never too rich to say change. I put change in that just for this. No, I didn't say that. I said the actual business of a wash and fold. They have some that actually accept cards. Yeah, slide through cards and everything else. It's a lucrative business because you can take loans off of it to open up other businesses. You can open up other wash and folds. You can have a cleaning service and a washing machine service. This is a service that is needed no matter what. You're gonna need a cleaners. You're gonna need somebody that can take care of these devices that you need. But did somebody just bust one of the biggest jokes I've ever heard in my life? Someone said, "Who has a better catalog, Pusha T or Nas?" That's funny. That's funny. Pusha T is like one of those artists who's like J Electronica. They like famous for no reason. And it's like, well, why are they famous? And you're like, yeah, that's a good question. Why are they famous? Why would Pusha T be famous? That makes no sense. Yeah, I heard what you said. Catalog for catalog. I mean, but what's in his catalog? If we're talking about it. What are you trying to put in the catalog? Because you talking about an album, a guy that drops an album once every 4 years, and you might get like 7 songs. I haven't even heard this Pusha T project. That's how much the interest in him. You know, he's dissing McDonald's. I heard his songs. Well, I'm gonna listen to him. You know, you just don't hear anything. I don't hear anything like super or like out of this world with him. The fact that he got y'all mentioning him with Nas, that's surprising to me. I mean, in his mind, you know, they always say you're supposed to have confidence, but it's like foolish confidence with him. It's like, dude, you're not even close. He wasn't even the best in the crew. Like, Big Sean was better than him. Common's a better rapper than him. Everybody was better than him. Everybody was so much better than him, he didn't even rap. Everybody did a whole cipher. They did the whole, you know, this is good music cipher. And you own good music. And everybody's in there ciphering. What are you up there for? Everybody's spitting. And you ain't spitting nothing? Yuck. You ain't had no ether for me? No bars? And he's like, you mad at Pusha because he got on your boy Drake. I'm like, what you talking about? I told you Duppy Freestyle was a better song than that joint he put out. Where he's dissing Drake father, talking about another person who ain't said one word to him ever. Dissing 40. I'm like, God, keep your disses for Drake. All y'all was like, oh, he hiding a child. He won. I'm like, it's like, man, people want Drake to lose so bad. And I'm like, if Drake lose, it would never be to a guy like that. That makes no sense. All the Clip songs, he wasn't even the best one. Out of all them Clips records, the best one that was rhyming was his brother, Malice. Malice is the one that had all the creative content. All the hit records, Malice was the one that had the better bars because he's the creator. Think about it, Mr. Me Too. That's Malice. What happened to that bar? All of that, Malice. If you go bar to bar from every hit song that you like from Clips, I bet you Malice verse was the best verse. I can guarantee you that. I just remember Malice actually finding God. I don't know about any other thing y'all talking about. But Oh, well, everyone has their own, whatever behind it all. But it's up to you to do what it is that you feel is needed to be done in those situations. Oh, damn, I got another one? I thought I was done. I got like 4 machines full of comforters, man. That's how many comforters I got. Then I got another one over here I just forgot all about. It's just sitting here chilling. Like, you got us here too? Alright, let's get all the quarters out then, homie. Okay. Bust it. Bust it. Yeah, this ain't a college dorm, dog. My house is not a college dorm. We don't sleep around on a dirty. We ain't sleeping around on a dirty doggone comforter that get washed once every 6 months, or when mom come up to visit. Like I told you, this is the part I wish I had a wife. Comes to those times, I'll be like, man, I wish I had a wife. This is the time. On winning time. Yeah, I saw that. But I didn't see the season finale. That I didn't see yet. Well, to me, always, I say that that's people's fault. A lot of these things that happen is people's fault. We we put so many people on a pedestal. It's hard for us to gauge what's good and what isn't because you put them on a pedestal so much. It's like, well, that's your favorite artist because you like their music, and when they make something whack, you can't even say, like, man, that's whack. And when you get to that point, that's when you become untrustworthy because you're not judging the music. You just now on fandom, on that fan tip. Believe me, your artists know when they drop something that's whack. And the niggas like, man, he didn't know it was whack. Oh, he knew it was whack. That's another misconception that hip hop artists and fans make. or something that the fans don't know. I'm quite sure you heard of a thing called filler songs, right? What is a filler song? Meaning that you completed the album, the songs you wanted to make off your album, right? You completed all that. You're done. Then after you complete all the records you wanted to make off your album, somebody has a great idea of saying, man, all these songs are slamming, but we got to fill up the time slot here. See, the time slot, and this was all created because of a record. Uh, when you get a full 16-inch vinyl record, there's only so much space you can have on there. So no matter what, you couldn't go past the space on both sides. So it had to be at least 48 minutes of listening music to can be considered an LP, or so many minutes had to go by. So for a compact disc, same rules apply. It's only so much you can do on a disc. Now with digital, it's unlimited. You can put out 600 million songs. The more songs you make, the more money you're basically gonna make. So what ended up happening is, you see what Chris Brown did. He had all this recorded music that he couldn't really get out and just put it all out in one album. And it was like over 60, 70 songs just all released at once. And be like, let the people go ahead and have it. And whatever songs they like on it, they can like on it. Put it out. Boom. There you go. Instead of letting them sit around and some of them never see the light of day, throw it all out on digital. Throw it up against the wall. Some gonna stick, some ain't. Trust me. Some of the songs people like, the artists could not stand. They couldn't stand it. If you look at, let's look at big picture, right? I will tell you flat out, there's about at least 7, 8, maybe 9 songs that came out that I know artists did not like. And they made them anyway. What's your phone number? The Hearts of Men. The Hearts of Men, that was with DJ Quick. Tupac did not like that song. He didn't like a lot of those records that was on the album, but they ended up being successful. Tupac's song that he liked on the album, the song he loved the most on the album, outside of California Love, outside of California Love was his favorite song was something most of you didn't even think about. It was Shorty Wanna Be a Thug. You Can't See Me is a filler song. Dre wasn't even around, and they were still shouting Dre out. You Can't See Me, Dr. Dre did nothing on that record. That was they used the Snoop Dogg What's My Name beat and remixed the What's My Name with Snoop Dogg. Oh man, the good old days. Well, when you look at the scenario, you're saying to yourself, okay, what the hell am I doing?
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I made some coffee, okay? Pretty soon, ready.
Okay.
Oh, I don't need
West Coast music, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. They made filler songs for the album. So artists know songs that they don't like. They know the songs they don't like already. Absolutely. Shadow Dolls. Oh my goodness. Oh man. How Soulja Boy kill hip hop? Yeah, getting that laundromat in here. When I came in here, it was pitch black. Now the lights out. So when I leave, people are gonna be going to work. I'll be going in there and battling with them, trying to get to the crib. Okay, that comforter is wide open now. Okay, that's spinning, that's spinning. This one's spinning. This is one of the last times in history I would have to wash all of my comforters at once. This is like all the comforters I have. In my bedroom, my bed, I got a king, because I'm a king. But I got like 3-4 different sets just for that one alone. Then my other bed for the guest room, I got comforter sets for them. Oh, my sinuses are out of control today. Well, yeah, they cost me my money. Oh, well, people always ask a rapper or they ask a professional athlete, well, why did you do that? Why would you do that? That's like the main thing they ask and question about a professional artist or anything. Why did you do that? Why are you asking, why did I do that for? What was the point? It's done. The why doesn't matter. Why would I do it? Don't even matter. It's already done. Like I said, it's not like a lot of professional athletes, they spent their time in basketball camps. They didn't go and have a lot of financial literacy classes that were provided for them. So, man, they'd be like, man, what would you do then? How you get robbed of your money? Very easy. Especially when people know you're not watching or paying attention, next thing you know, your taxes are not being filed properly or on time. You're behind on things that you shouldn't be behind on. People think because they're a good chef and they own their own restaurant, the chef may not be one of the world's greatest chefs, might not be the world's greatest guy at keeping books. J. Cole, man, that's the thing is everybody was about to sign J. Cole. Like all these other rappers. I would never sign to another artist. That don't make sense to me. And they'd be like, well, you can't go straight to them because if you don't come for me, hey, that's it. I'd be like, why am I signing to you for? If you're retired, then yeah, maybe I could sign with you and you can help me. But I don't want to sign to an artist when all you gonna use me for is to help promote your album. That's it. You just using me to promote your album. For what? We're buddies. We're on the same team. That what we doing here? Kendrick Lamar, look. Kendrick was going through a record situation. Kendrick Lamar's contract situation was so messed up. When Suge Knight told y'all when he was on that TV show, The Game, and Kendrick Lamar got some of the worst contracts in music. He wasn't lying. Y'all wasn't listening to him. He told all y'all that. Kendrick Lamar realized what a lot of people needed to realize. TDE, Interscope, Aftermath, they gonna be taking 90% of your cash. Hmm? Oh, what is stuck in there or something? Alright, hold on. Oh, this is alright. Okay, where you want it to go?
Oh, wait, like this.
Like this?
Like this.
You're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, no, I'm cool. Yeah, I just had to show some of my superhuman strength and help out. But if you look at that, you look how many people got their hands in the pot. Kendrick just decided to basically sit out his deal. The damn album came out, and he had all of these different people with all their different views. Well, the thing about DaBaby is he's gonna eventually, people are gonna grow tired of him. And they're starting to do that now. They're bringing up old cases that's already been solved. Like, they're just releasing the footage. Like, come on. But DaBaby brings this on himself because he's the one keep punching people and have a temper problem and trying to use the angle of I'm the baby. Yeah, you the baby until they through making money off the baby. If I'm a hip hop artist, or if I'm an artist who got a lot of problems or things over my head, I would be a little bit more careful with how I go about handling situations because I know I'm under a microscope. DaBaby don't seem to care or he has no control. His emotions goes over the realm of common sense. Yeah, I know. Tell me, bro. Two of the artists, they were living on a loan. They both had like loans, crazy interest rates, the whole nine. They, yeah, they were living off loans. Because they assumed the money would keep pouring in. So artists back in the 80s and 90s, they were making more money because they were getting paid off of the budget. The majority of their budget money was coming from their shows. They would keep 100% of their show money. And by keeping 100% of the show money, that was golden. Now they was getting, some of them were getting 10,000 a show, 5,000 a show, and they were cool with that. They were getting booked for performances. Now remember, I said 90s. And I meant like early 90s.
Oh, this nice and clean.
Oh, okay. The top
I put
ones?
the vacuum really good.
All right, thank you.
Yes, yeah, no bad.
Yeah, well, they came up with a 360 deal down the road to help protect the record company and to help make more money. Because what was happening was that the artists would make crappy music, but would get featured on someone else's album, and the song he got featured on the other person's album is hot. That album is hot. So people want to see him now. He's in demand. All right. Okay, this one's done. No. That's why Kendrick sat down, because he knew I just put an album out. And I didn't make that much money off of the album. And it had all this success. But everybody else got rich except for me. Oh, let me move all this. So, if you know that, then you know there's going to be a lot of different things that come along with that burden. You got to live up to expectations. So the 360 deal protected the record company. They said, all right, we're going to give you a big, large chunk of money. Because that's how all the record companies lost their money, bankrolling these records that they thought they could just make a lot of money off of quickly. But those albums weren't selling. So they thought the more they put out, it would cover their losses, and they didn't. We had like classics, like the Alcoholics, Coast to Coast, and all that. It was like the collapse of Loud Records completely. Because after the success of Wu-Tang, after the success of the Wu-Tang album, he believed, Steve Rifkin believed anything could happen. Like, all I gotta do is believe. And that lightning in the bottle is gonna happen for everything. So he just started proving stuff. The reason why Wu-Tang was so successful was because, one, yeah, they could rap. Anybody can rap. But they had something that was new. They had a niche. And that niche was them, the brand, the logo, the name, the difference. It was nothing like them, period. Nothing was sounding like them, period. You couldn't find anybody that sounded like the Wu-Tang Clan. They were unique. That niche. It was different from what everybody else was listening to. And they could rap. So you brought ears to your plight. And now people want to hear your conversation. They want to hear what you have to say. And once you start that, you have done it, my friend. You have done it. You have found and created the interest. Drake has been the best artist in hip hop, well, the biggest, in 10 years. 10 years straight. It's been Drake, 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 Drake. No one has had a stance like that or a run like that, ever. Not in this business. I'll put that for too many minutes. But somebody will be able to have some extra dryer time. Well, you look at it. Look at Drake's contract. His contract was so screwed up that it was sad, to say the least. His contract was such a mess. I mean, think about it. He was signed to 3 different record labels. Before he started getting his imprint. Now, Drake is in position to now he has his own deal. So now he doesn't have to pay Cash Money Records no more. So now that you don't have to pay Cash Money Records and you can just pay yourself, Drake, You look at the scenario that you're in. Well, you don't have to pay Drake. I mean, you don't have to pay Baby any more money. So now, where are you gonna be? Oh, Baby has never been that kind of person. He ain't gonna care. He ain't gonna say this is my homeboy and this and that. That's why when Lil Wayne was going through his thing, it's like all the other artists got roped into that. So how you gonna sign with Lil Wayne? How you gonna sign with Lil Wayne? And Lil Wayne broke. I was there. He owed Floyd Mayweather he owed him about almost $2 million. He thought Floyd was giving him those tickets for free when he know that wasn't true. For Lil Wayne and his homeboys, he owed over $250,000. Then he owed some other money. I mean, he good now, yeah. Now he's good. But I'm saying he was somebody that was waiting for his money. See, that happens with a lot of these artists. They sit around and they wait for their money. Everybody say, why did Safari do that? Why didn't he just, solidify his writing credits? I mean, you ain't thinking about it at that point. Most of the people that they make music. So in their mind, they're thinking about the music that they're making. They're not thinking where your mind is. Nicki can rap. She has stage presence. Like every time when her and Cardi B was beefing. And I was saying Nicki was stupid. I was on the airport flying back. She had just put out 2 songs back to back dissing Cardi when Cardi album dropped. She gonna drop, it's just a Barbie ting. It's just a Barbie ting. She's just throwing out garbage out there to try to go up against Cardi B. When in the business world, you don't even go against anything like that. That kind of movement, you got to know, let me sit back and wait and see what it do first. You're going against that energy made her album pop, and she did not diss Nicki Minaj nowhere on that album. People were searching for it. She never did. So she sold her records off the strength of her, which is why I gave credit to Cardi. They was like, she didn't write any lyrics. Well, she performed them. And then people always assume, but Sino, you got on somebody else for having a ghostwriter. No, I didn't. I don't care if someone has a ghostwriter. I'm not buying the ghostwriter. I'm buying the artist and the song. I'm listening to the song. If the song is hot, I don't care if Mickey Mouse wrote the damn song. Safari knew how to make it work. They were a better team with them on the team. No, once they saw Nicki had talent. She could rap, which she could do. Nicki could rap, she write, she does all of that. Her thing was different. Nicki did all these things. But what Nicki also did with the pen was sometimes the lines just wasn't popping. Safari would come in and say, instead of saying it like that, why don't you say the line like this? And change the line up. And if she changed the line, then they were good. She lost her fan base because she forgot to make hit records. She forgot how. And when you disturb the system of where you had that was working, where Safari had bars and lines that he would put in there and then y'all would work the rhyme out and it sound incredible. And then we hear you and it's like, wow. Without Safari and you got these other people bouncing ideas off of and they're making you sound not like Nicki. You just sound out there, just saying words. And once you start arriving at that point, then it starts to, your quality level is going down, down, down. So, right, Pusha T just make coke rhymes, so he's just a cocaine rapper. His range is not like Drake's. So when I say Drake is the better rapper and make better songs, people, no, Pusha T, you just hating. I'm like, it had nothing to do with that, but okay, I'll take it. I've actually been busy. So I didn't have time. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. The last time was on his Instagram. That was it. He made me a moderator in his Instagram. Are y'all talking about Safari and Nicki rhyme alike? They really don't. Safari don't rhyme like Nicki. He can do that flow. And he did some, he said, okay, well, let me do the flow that Nicki raps in. And he did it, and it sounds just like Nicki when he did that. He was doing that just to show you, I can do that. And when you hear that, the majority of it is me. No, what they do is called catch a line. She would write something, and he might be like, I would tweak that. Say it like this. Da ba 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 ba, and put that in there instead of that word. That sounds heavier. That sounds way better than what you just said. And she'd be like, yeah, all right, I'm going to use that and see how that come off. And she'll agree, and she trusts his judgment. And because she'll say it back and the rhyme makes sense. Like I would flip that bar and say this like that. And she's like, yeah, that does sound better. And then they'll listen to the song after it's finished. That's a collaboration. That doesn't mean Nicki don't write. It means she wrote a rhyme. And the parts of it that was like run-on, it's like the teacher grading the homework, saying this is a run-on sentence, misspelled word. That's what he's doing. So that's how me and Safari end up speaking. Safari hit me up and was like, whoa, that is 100% exactly how that went down. And he was like, it was only me and her there, and you told the story as vivid as anybody there. Nicki's friends thought Safari was paying me to talk about her. So they was calling Safari, like her cousins and all that. They was mad, calling up Safari, yelling, you hiring this internet guy named Carcino. Every day he's trashing Nicki. And she's mad. So I knew Nicki and her team was watching my video. Safari's telling me all about it. And so we're cracking up laughing. I'm like, you kidding me? She's like, yeah, she's talking about I'm broke and I have no money and and all this, and then she thinks I'm paying you to take her down or something. It was crazy. Oh man, he's a great guy, man. Safari's a great human being. So you knew where the problem had to be. The problem wasn't him. It was who it was always been. Her. That's what I'm saying. Now they use other artists because that's how artists get their money, these rappers. Like Rick Ross, he's making his money off Meek Mill and Wale and all them. And they was like wondering why they were broke, but Rick Ross was steady bringing in money.
Good morning.
Oh, morning, you guys. Oh man, I didn't know what was happening. 9 times out of 10, I just need to get me some allergy medicine. I left my Febreze, but I need to get me some Aleve or something. Let's get some Aleve in my system. Yeah, Nicki did that to herself. She was nasty to a lot of people. She was nasty to a lot of people at BET. So her nasty attitude came back to, it was like karma. You know, it was coming back to bite her. When you got bad karma, man, people can tell. No, I should be all right. I had to grab some Aleve. Oh, I was in this one? So. Okay, here we go. All right, thanks, bud. There it is, Aleve. Man, they charging $6 million for some Aleve. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave and come back when they get their mind right. Oh, brother Marquise got an interview. Oh, do he talk about Dr. Dre now? When when they came and put the smack down? Aleve for arthritis. I need sinus. Is this for my sinus? I need some Aleve supposed to be. I don't know what this is, man. The arthritis cap. What is this? I don't have arthritis. I got sinus issue. Now we have a major problem. The Aleve don't seem to be it. I'm a little aggravated here. I don't even see the sinus anything in here. Okay, I see silence over here for. Okay, there's Sudafed. I don't want to take that, and the next thing you know, I'm asleep. So the leave got to go back. I don't need a leave. I want to get something for exactly what I got going on.
So you're just switching back this way, right?
Afrin. No, I don't need that. I don't need no nasal spray. I need sinus relief. Okay, here we go. Sinus pressure relief. Okay. So you gotta read this stuff. You don't read it, you be asleep somewhere. Huh. Green machine? Why not? Ooh. All right, let's go. You know that's how it works.
I'm coming, I'm here. Back off, back off. How you doing?
I'm all right.
And you have your Walgreens account?
Yeah.
Thank
Just
you.
Tony came up after everybody left.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's the
Many
plan.
people up here just looking at us.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we all leave then.
Right, and then there's
Yeah.
1750.
And then there was none.
And then there was none.
Just gonna ask you if you want to donate for Red News Charity. Thank you so much. So 1858 out of 20.
All right.
Two things in the cup.
Thank
You
you.
get 9 and 10. You have a wonderful day.
You
Thank
too.
you so much.
Thank you.
Just those four?
What's going on? Like I tell them, you know that's how it works. As soon as you leave, here come everybody up to the front of the stage. Woo! Yes, 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 yes. Lucifer is the angel of music. Are you saying there's no music in heaven? So somebody got some instruments up there. I go to heaven, Biggie and Tupac got 2 shows a night. I be, man, Biggie finna perform?
Text from V. Abraham. Yeah man, you were going to sleep. You look very tired, bro. Full stop.
Oh, I was looking very tired. Okay. That's my natural look. Look very tired. Oh yeah, right sequel. We already talked about that. Right sequel canceled. A lot of stuff canceled. They canceled the Raising Dion. Now I'm ready to fight over that. Raising Dion was just heating up. The hell they canceled that for? See, they trying to get me mad. But I ain't gonna let them get me there. I ain't gonna let them do it. I ain't gonna let them do it. But they trying. Oh, they trying to get me there. Yeah, Raising Dion ain't finna get a season 3. Somebody got some explaining to do at Netflix. I mean, now I'm never gonna see what's gonna happen. Oh, these kids getting bused to school. Great. Just great. And here comes the school bus. Great. Just great. I didn't get up early enough. Oh yeah, I got a surprise video coming for you. Surprise! When y'all see the title of it, y'all gonna crack up. Joel Embiid broke his orbital bone. So he's out. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like to read the medication before I take it. You know, I'm crazy like that. Man, these damn things look like horse tranquilizers. They got 9 choirs in heaven. Woo! So you still gonna be working? You think you finna kick it up when you go to heaven? You better forget about it. You're gonna be right back to work. Yeah, I saw Ozark. A lot of people haven't yet, so I want to get into it. But let me go ahead and finish this up. 2 hours is a lot. So I'm gonna go pick up my laundry. When somebody steal it. I'm out.